Hi, this is John Marling, President of Pulse Research. Thank you very much for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule to take a look at the new Mindshare revenue program. Many of you are familiar with TOMA. It's been an extremely effective top of mind presentation. Pulse is extremely pleased to announce Mindshare, a unique new top of mind awareness presentation. It's unique for two reasons. Number one, it's much more affordable, than the legacy top of mind program that was based on a phone survey. Pulse has developed methodology to be able to capture unaided top of mind responses using a much cheaper methodology online. But here's also the good news. It's a survey then of your audience. So you're able to show them what the top of mind awareness share they have is of your audience. The other thing that's unique about the Mindshare program is we've developed a very effective but easy sales presentation solution for your top of mind awareness research data. In other words, getting it off the shelf and effectively presenting a frequency program that you know has been proven to be very successful with top of mind awareness presentations. Top of mind presentations are extremely effective because the advertisers assume everybody knows they're there, right? Well, I've been in business 20 years, 30 years, everybody knows I'm here. What the Mindshare survey does, it's kind of like a wake up call. It shows them that, my gosh, a significant percentage of the market doesn't know they're there. And then they're very motivated, obviously, to increase their top of mind share because they realize that you have to be top of mind to get the potential sale, right? And also in today's world, when so many of their potential customers and prospects are going on the internet and doing a Google search, for instance, they've got to have a top of mind presence because up comes an array of businesses in a search, right? They're going to contact or click on the business that's top of mind. It's extremely important today. And therefore, an extremely effective presentation, an opportunity for you to increase your ROP business in 2016. Let's go over what we're going to cover in the webinar. I want to first go over the research methodology. In other words, how we gather the data. Then I'll show you an example of the Mindshare presentation, and then built into the resource, the sales tool, is a prospecting tool for your reps to quickly identify those businesses that were asked in the Mindshare research. Then I'll show you how quickly you can create, literally in seconds, a Mindshare presentation, accessing your Mindshare top of mind research data. And then, of course, results is critically important. Here's the great news. Pulse has in the program a 24/7, 365 reporting tool so you can keep on top of the use and results of your ad seller Mindshare program in real time. Also, quickly show you some of the sales management tools we have in the program where you can set goals and assign accounts. Okay, let's first chat a little bit about the top of mind research. As I said before, it's a survey that identifies unaided top of mind position of a business. In other words, name the first furniture store that comes to mind. Name the first new car dealer or realtor that comes to mind. In other words, unaided responses. The survey is done online. You run ads in your publication and intercept on your website. You can promote it on your Facebook post, email blasts, etc. Your readers, website visitors are invited to take the survey online. We suggest 25 business categories based upon success from other clients and getting a sample of at least 400 of your audience. So it's simple, but very, very effective. Now let's go into what an example of the results would look like. In this here, we've asked, name the first carpet store comes to mind. So obviously Carpet Gallery at 8% is going to be very motivated to increase their share, right? And at the same time, you'll notice there's a significant percentage who don't know. And so that also is very motivating to advertisers because they know that don't knows are up for grabs. So you can see from this graph right here, if you were Carpet Gallery, it's very motivating, extremely easy for your staff to present. Now, a little bit about the program. Let me just quickly show you the top of mind Mindshare presentation. I've created an example here for us. Here is the front page. It shows the business, in this case, Ashley Furniture, what their status is top of mind. And once again, like the stats we just showed you, Ashley Furniture is going to be very motivated to increase their share, right? Because they assume like everybody knows that Ashley's Furniture is here, right? But look at that. 83% did not state Ashley Furniture. And then we take it a step further in this presentation. You note at the bottom, the presentation shows what the 17.6 top of mind share is for Ashley Furniture to the opportunity of your audience, your print, your web audience in terms of furniture store shopping. From the other research that Pulse does, we've identified that there's 5,372 households that you reach in this example, and Ashley Furniture, given their top of mind share, would only get 945 of them. So they see the upside opportunity in specific potential furniture store customers. Now, you know, one of the great success bases of the TOMA program was a consistent frequency package, right? Look what we've got for you. A frequency presentation. It shows the advertiser, in this case, Ashley Furniture, from the ongoing research that Pulse does, called Pulse of America, that we do every 6 months. It shows that 15.8% are going to shop at a furniture store in the next 12 months. In this example, there's 34,000 households reached with print and web. 15.8% of those is the 5,372 households. At an average expenditure of $900, that's $4.8 million, right? And a 10% share is 483,000. So what we've shown here is that there's a specific customer and spending opportunity. It certainly overcomes the misperception that print is dead, right? Because you've shown, based on the research, the opportunity for their business and potential customers and revenue. Now we're presenting a solution to help them increase their top of mind share, a consistent frequency package. And look at this. We put it in a calendar. In other words, a visual presentation. The ad reps love this because it's easy to show. It is obviously very compelling to the advertiser. They look at it and they go, my gosh, every single day I'm going to have promotion, you know, in the paper, on the website. And look at that, 104 ROP 2x4-inch ads in the paper, 52 ads in the shopper, 240,000 impressions on the website, and 365 four-line classified ads. That makes an extremely compelling impact to the advertiser. What are they thinking? I want this. They want to be consistent. And they take a look at this page and they not only see the opportunity, but they see a solution, a consistency, a frequency, multimedia that they immediately want. Of course, many advertisers are thinking now, well, I can't afford that. Take a look at this. Here is the most important and effective part of the presentation. It shows them that all they need for this campaign over 52 weeks is just 18 customers. That's 18 out of the 5,000 that are available. How do we calculate that? The cost of the campaign in this example is $7,748 divided by an estimated gross profit per customer of $450 is only 18. That's 18 out of 5,372. When I ask an advertiser, does that seem reasonable, realistic with this level of advertising to get just 18? Can you go to bed tonight and be totally, absolutely confident, peace of mind that you're going to get at least 18? You don't have to worry. They say, yeah, of course. Well, you just made a sale. And we also put in the presentation an example of the ads because the advertiser always wants to know, well, what's the size of a 2x4? What can I get in it, et cetera. Because that's an overview of the Mindshare presentation. I think you'll agree with me. Simple, but very, very effective. Now let me show you how fast and easy it is to create a Mindshare presentation. You can come back at your convenience and go to pulseresearch.com. In the username and password, type in Mindshare, Mindshare, okay? Just click on login. Now, by the way, you can use and access the Mindshare Ad Seller program any device, anywhere, anytime. Let's just click on accounts. One of the benefits and one of the big positives of the program is that Pulse will import all of the businesses that are asked in your Mindshare survey. So in other words, if you've got 25 business categories, as we suggest, let's assume there's 10 businesses asked each one. That's 250 prospects that you've got a very compelling presentation. So let's go down through here and notice we've got auto repair shops, we've got banks, carpet stores, etc. You get the idea. Let's go down here to a pretty important category, and that's real estate. So come down here and take a look at the realtors that we asked about, and we'll click on one of them. Let's click on Berkshire Hathaway. Click on Create Record Presentation. Okay, we click on the Mindshare part of the presentation. We select the audience, and we'll help you put together your audience for your frequency presentation. And it shows on the screen what your presentation is going to have. You click Save, and it's as simple as that. Literally in seconds, you've created a presentation for one of the businesses that's asked. And obviously, Berkshire Hathaway, home services, is going to be extremely motivated to advertise, right? And it shows them where they're at top of mind. It shows them how many potential customers they have out of the number available for, in this case, a real estate firm. Now let's go back and create the solution, the frequency package. So let's go back to accounts here. And once again, in this case, we'll do a search. So we'll click on all accounts and we'll click on Berkshire. So Berkshire Hathaway Bowen, create presentation. In this case, we're going to create the solution. In other words, the frequency package that we call the business builder. So all you do is just click on that, click on save presentation, and it's done. It's as simple and as fast as that. You've got your calendar, which we build in and pre-populate for you. It shows them how few customers they need to pay for the campaign, and then some examples of the components of your frequency program. Now let's take a look at some of the other benefits of your Mindshare program, presentation program. In the reporting, you get information. Let me just go back here to the dashboard and click on reporting. Every single one of your ad reps will be listed. And by the way, there's a demo site, so it only has one ad rep. But it'll show every ad rep, and in real time, show the number of presentations they've created, presented, sold, what their sales are to date, when their last login, and their close percentage. You can also sort by date to see what the reps are done. When you click on an individual ad rep, you get every single presentation that they've created. And you can also sort by ad or do a frequency or a time search to see what they've done on an individual ad rep basis. Another part of the program that everybody's extremely positive about is that you can set specific goals. So it's on the front page. And by the way, if you were to access on your smartphone, you would get a summary of your team's use of the program. You would get a summary of their sales, so every ad rep and what they sold before, their close ratio, and we even have points built into the program for use and results. Now let's show you how you can set goals. You just click on goal, and you can set the number of presentations you would like for the team or for each individual. So let's assume you want to have 2 presentations per week per rep. Just click on 2, click on save, and you've just set up a goal for the team. Then anytime you can take a look at your goal and see how they're doing, in relationship to it. You can also set up goals for revenue. So you click on goal, you change this to sales, and you can set up goals for individuals or for the team. And in terms of use and results, you can go and set points for the team. So that's an overview of the Mindshare program. It's a extremely easy, cost-effective way to provide your sales team with a tool or resource to very quickly increase your ROP, get new businesses, and achieve your new revenue goals in 2016. If you'd like further information and a price quote, Marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, at paper.net, or give me a call, 503-784-5772. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.